Welcome. It is Saturday, the 11th, and this is a reading for Sunday, the 12th. This is the Sunday reflection reading. So we're going to, I just feel like we're being called to literally look back, reflect on the week that we've had, and really feel into the themes that emerged. And there's this whole imagery of the bridge, and I'm sorry for this little sweet baby jelly bean. He's saying he wants out, but he's going to want right back in. He's just been doing that. And that's when, why don't our little fur babies like a closed door? They're like, they scratch from each side until you're just like, you give up. And you're like, fine, I'll leave it open. And they're like, yeah, I can't have any closed doors. It makes me angsty. What's with that? I know you. I know your MO. You already ate. You already went potty. Actually, I don't know if he did. And they just don't like a closed door. So anyway, I feel like that whole bridge imagery that came up this week several times is like, we're leaving stuff behind, whatever that is. I feel like, and I've talked with others, 2024 feels like that was an end to something. And even with our political, I don't even like to get political. I even tune it out. I don't even watch it. I live in a black hole, a little bubble of my own world because I had to shut it out. I did a video on that already about why I had to do that. And so, but I feel like even politically, like it didn't faze me this time because it feels like the death rattle, you know, that last grasping fear-based energy that's like, it's like, that's okay. That needed to happen around the world too. All the elections I was hearing about. And so it's like, that just feels like an ending and we're leaving that behind. There's no fear to be had. We're all going someplace better together. And those that aren't, are going to learn some lessons. Aren't we all? We're all crossing over the bridge to something. Where does your next thing? What are you leaving behind? And I feel like this cat is screaming bonkers. What, little baby? He knows I'm leaving. So there's something about our fur babies know when something's up. He hasn't even seen my luggage for this month-long trip I'm going on in a few days. He's not seen it, but he knows. He hasn't seen me preparing, but he knows something's up. And he's been heightened, glued to me, angsty energy, more than usual. And so I just got to give him a lot of cuddles before I leave. So anyway, I didn't mean to talk about politics, but I just feel like a lot of us, at least in my sphere, have been talking about, it didn't faze them this time around. It was like, it had to happen. It has to be this way because it's like this, it's an ending to a long cycle. And now we're walking over this bridge. There's going to be a period of time where we're like, we've left the other bank. We're in this liminal space. We are going inward. That's all there is to do when you're over empty space. It's like you go inward and you're like, what am I manifesting? Where am I going? I've left stuff behind. I feel like this idea of the void of pure potential keeps coming to me as well. Emptiness is not sadness. Even the emptiness card got pulled the other day, and sitting in it, and if it does feel uncomfortable, question that. Do a little inquiry, and feel into it. And then realize that emptiness, once you retrieve all of those soul pieces back and fill that hole or whatever you feel like is missing, then you realize whatever emptiness remains is that pure potential. It doesn't have an emotional charge to it. So I don't know why all this is being said other than maybe these themes are going to reemerge for our reflection. Come here. I get it. If I let you out, promise me that you'll stay. Okay. See, he just wants some cuddles. Oh, I love you so much. So much. I just want you to be happy. Yeah, you are loved. You want to lay down? Okay. So anyway, let's just anchor all that in. What messages want to come through? What messages want to come through about this whole I feel like we're I mean, yeah, it's still the skeptic in me is like, yeah, that's kind of generic feelings, generic messages, like leaving the old behind, manifesting something new. We're on that journey. I mean, that part of me is like, yeah, let's go deeper. We got to make this less like intangible, more tangible. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I know that meowing's going to probably drive you and me crazy. Come here, kitty. See you later. He is so needy. I love it. He's like this little sweet, sometimes not sweet, baby. Yeah, you heard that. He's about ready to claw on the door. He just wants an open door. What is with that with our pets? They don't like closed doors. Ooh, we don't either. That felt like, I feel like that's like a theme. Like, that's hard, isn't it, to close the door on something like that, what's behind us as we're going over the bridge. Ooh, I just got chills. Like, we don't like closed doors either. We like all the potential, all the possibilities, like, and we like closure's hard. We want it, but it's kind of hard to do. Ooh, that's feeling good. I'm sorry, that cat he's long haired and it just flies everywhere. So Spirit, please, thank you. If that's the message, I want to feel into that and see like, what are we reflecting on? What messages want to come through? Thank you. Ooh. We've got the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Remember I said, or maybe you don't remember, I was just thinking it, in the overall energy. Oh, I love that. Oh my God, this is like we are on the bridge looking over to the other side energy. Two of Wands. Hello. Could we get any more literal with this metaphor? Does that make sense? Getting literal with a metaphor? Anyway, Two of Wands, it's like growth opportunities, and like you have the world here. You have the world, and sometimes that means like considering a lot of options. But look, I'm really feeling into this. There's this hand on one option. Like both of these options are solid. They're rooted to the ground. They're standing upright without support. He's holding one of them, and then the world is in his other hand. Like, I'm taking this forward with me, or this is what I'm manifesting as I go forward. Like, I have the world in my hands. I have the world in my hands. And this is all about growth and opportunity. And like, you're like surveying the landscape of like, what do I want to build in my life? What do I want my life to be about? I'm getting so many chills. That is huge energy. Even though it's not major arcana, this is like exactly what we've been talking about going over that bridge. And forgive my little OCD-isms. I'm like, it's got to be in the middle. So Page of Pentacles, that is that youthful, like, oh, this is that new thing. I'm like so looking forward to bringing into my life. That's like this youthfulness about it. Like, yes, there's a fresh start. That's what the Page of Pentacles is. Fresh start. You've probably seen all these by now, but I'll still hold them up. And then we have the Six of Swords. This is like that, in general, like a healing journey, but it's moving from the turbulent waters over here to the calmer waters ahead. And we have like, the swords is like thought-based energy. So it's like, maybe we were healing. It could be a physical healing too, but it's like we're healing from our destructive thought patterns, perhaps, like what's held us back, our self-limiting beliefs. And so it's a healing journey that we're going on. This is like us on the bridge, or maybe we're going under the bridge because we're in a boat. Sorry, so many chills, and I have the heat on. Knight of Pentacles. This is like, so what I read with this is like, again, these go hand in hand. It's like a gift of a new start. Like the knight goes off to battle and comes back with the gift for you. Like here's a fresh start. And the knight symbolizes like taking action. Oh, did you hear my neck pop? I'm still recovering from my heavy body work day yesterday. I'm like, my body feels weird. And I didn't even stretch this morning. I just hopped right in the shower because I felt disgusting. I should have showered last night before bed, but I was too wonderfully exhausted. And I'm just like, bleh. And I woke up, I'm like, ew, I feel disgusting. I put forth so much physical effort 6 hours straight yesterday that I was just like, I didn't take care of myself. I didn't refresh the little deodorant in between clients. They couldn't smell me. That happened later. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go there. This is not about my BO. TMI. But anyway, the knight, he's like, this particular knight is the slowest knight, meaning it's not like fast action energy. He's like really, and he's like armored up for like to go, like he's just armored up, like he's ready, but he's standing still. The pentacles are very grounded energy. So you're very grounded. Again, this is very grounded energy with manifesting, like just surveying the land. What do I want to build in my life? This is the exact same kind of energy that this knight has. Very grounded, stable, not fast moving. And it's got this gift for us. Like you have the gift, you have the ability and the capacity to make, bring this to fruition. So that's kind of the general. And then we have the Page of Cups. So I love that we have the 2 pages as like bookends. It's that youthful energy about like bringing in this new energy. And this page is the Page of Cups. So it's like this emotional gift of abundance, and like sometimes it's like, and there are some waves in the background, like there's a very big intuitive energy here, and just like this joyfulness. Like look how he's dressed. He's just like loving life. And so there's sometimes it could be frivolity, like I'm a little too like maybe frivolous, but I'm not reading that for what this overall energy is. It might caution us against that, but what I'm really reading is the bookends is like this same like newness of what you're bringing in, the energies you're anchoring into your life. And there's both the groundedness and the like heartfulness, the heart-centeredness. That heart chakra is like where you're going to be living from. And you're leaving these swords, like you're healing these swords. We're taking them with us to heal. Sometimes it's like I'm leaving them behind, but they're in the boat with us. They're going over the bridge, under the bridge, whatever, with us to be healed and released or transmuted. So it's like we know we're on this healing journey to manifest what we want to bring into our lives. That is beautiful energy, especially with this idea of like reflecting on this week, which this week I remember when we started out, again, I don't remember all the readings, they like all blend together. But in general, there was some like, okay, we looked at some shadow stuff. We realized like we've had some self-limiting beliefs, we've had some grief. There's just a lot we're trying to leave behind, and it's happening because we're on this bridge looking at like where we're going. This is where we're going. So this Sunday reflection is really neat because it's like it's not going to keep us like down in the energies like we've already like worked through this week. It's like, yeah, we've come a long way. It's that kind of reflection I'm feeling into. It's just like, look at how far we've come in just a week. That's wild. 2025 is fast moving energy, isn't it? 2024 for a lot of people was a lot of like setbacks. At least in the people I talked to, it's just like, it was a hard year. It was a hard year. Yeah, it was hard. It was the death rattle of like a long cycle. Is that the right word? Like in Fight Club, when Marla is on the phone with Tyler, and she's like had just like taken a bunch of pills or something, and I forget, I gotta rewatch it, I've only seen it a million times, and she's like, do you want to hear my death rattle? I think that's what she calls it. And then she's like and that's what came to mind was like, we're like we know we're not going to die. We're like, you want to hear me leave behind all this stuff? I'm ready for it. Like, yeah. I don't know why that came to mind. It's so wild. Let's get on with it. Literally, like the kitchen work that's being done, they did all the finishing of the drywall yesterday, so there's all this extra dust in the air, and my husband and I are like sneezing like crazy and like, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't get sick before my trip. And then we're like, oh wait, okay, let's hope it's just that drywall dust settling, and we're just like eating it. So because this is like like I said, I wanted to do a quick overall energy for each of these cards. That's what was being called for. And because it's like a reflection, and I don't want to get into shadow work, I'm not being called there. What I'd like to do is like the wisdom of the chakras. It's like, okay, what are we're on this healing journey. This is all about like our energy centers in our body and how to take care of them, how to boost them, what is being called to look at and heal, and some tips to do so. And so I feel like we're all of the body. Like, let's really like get an overall energy for each of these. Now, they may not relate specifically to the card, but we're going to get like a big, like, this is big healing energy. And like, what a great day to reflect on it on Sunday, when hopefully we have a little bit of time to just bask in the sunniness of this energy before we go into those Sunday night feelings of, I gotta go back to work. Hopefully you don't feel that, but I remember those days. I felt a lot of that in my life. So this is the like first half of Sunday, those good feelings. So anyway, without spiritual bypassing, we're not going to just only look for the good. We've looked in the deep shadows all week long. This is our chance to like, we're being on the bridge. We're saying, bye-bye. Okay, let's bask in this because it'll anchor in what's coming. Okay, enough of that. Page of Pentacles. Can we please have some chakra energy? Thank you. So we have the Dancer, balance, activate your willingness to enter the dance. I love that for the page because it's this fresh start energy, and it's this word of enter, and like we're going to enter with balance. And the Dancer is like that youthful, like expressive energy. Now, if I feel called, we'll read into each one, or maybe we'll just leave it at this. But I would like to understand which chakra this goes for, is calling. Yeah, we'll read it. And then we have Dark Goddess, grief. Now is a time for sensing grief as a gift from the heart. Oh my God, you guys, we just got grief for Saturday Strength, the Saturday Strength reading yesterday, which is today, Saturday. So it's saying like, that's why we got it. It has to do with this healing journey we're on. Oh my God, you guys. I don't know if it's the drywall dust or the cat fur, but this place is pure chaos. Sorry. Man, I do a lot of gross things on camera, but I don't have the patience to edit it out. Yeah, you're seeing the real deal here. So this goes right along with that grief, and that is our healing journey. Now is a time for sensing grief as a gift from the heart. Of course, this one's going to be the heart chakra. And since this is red or orange, this is probably going to be down in our root or sacral chakra, but we'll see. Oh my God. I can't wait to feel into these more. Oh, I almost shuffled. When I've shuffled, it's meant to come in order. So, Butterfly Goddess, metamorphosis. You are reaching completion on this part of your journey. Prepare to rise higher. This is probably third eye or crown chakra energy here. Look how beautiful that is. Butterfly Goddess. And look where we have it here with the Knight of Pentacles. You are reaching completion of this part of your journey. Like the Knight completed the struggle, the battle, and he came back with this gift. Prepare to rise higher. Like this is the fresh start. Now we're anchoring that in. We're going to rise. Oh, I love it. Page of Cups. Root chakra, wisdom of the earth. Connect with earth as a means of realigning your energy. We might have a lot of different energy centers here. We'll see if any overlap. That Page of Cups, that's interesting because it's like, you know, what would have been funny is if it was the heart chakra because of the cups, water, you know, emotional element to that. But like the root chakra is our sense of belonging. It's literally our root, our groundedness. And it's like this, it's such a good balance for the Page of Cups where there's that wavy water in the background. Connect with earth as a means of realigning your energy. So it's like again calling for that balance, that realignment. And it's really curious how that showed up for the Page of Cups, if it relates. Oh, I'm loving this reading where we have like these overalls. It just feels so good. And we won't pull one for the Two of Wands. We're going to do something else with that. So